As we approach the 8 o'clock hour for the 2023 Montgomery County Fair Sheep Show, just a quick announcement to have all exhibitors in our breeding ewe lamb classes, 2 classes, bring both class 1 and class 2 up to the pens as you are prepping to get ready to start the show. All right. And families, we have free burritos sponsored by Farm Bureau. If you need a burrito right before the show, just make your way over just a table slightly north of the 4-H concession stand. Again, thank you to Farm Bureau, free burritos for exhibitors and families. Good morning. We are ready to start our 2023 Montgomery County Fair Sheep Show. We're small and mighty this year. That's going to be the theme. We'd like to thank our superintendents, Tanner Allensworth and Dawn Nippert, and welcome our judge, Ben Booth from Manning, Iowa. Round of applause for Ben. He was here last year too. Did a great job. We'll go ahead and call out our Class 1 breeding ewe lambs. We have 3 exhibitors in this class: Jackson Fisher, Leah Sandin, and Anna Shelley. Come on out with your lambs. Again, if you are an exhibitor or an exhibitor's family member, Farm Bureau was kind enough to provide free breakfast burritos for you this morning. They are located at a table just north of the 4-H concession stand.
come over here so we don't get any feedback here. But once again, it's a great day to be here. Great morning. Thanks for the weather. You never know what you're going to get here when we get into the middle of July. But, you know, maybe not a lot of sheep here today, but it's definitely difficult here, okay? We got some different types and kinds out here. I like some things about all three of these. I think there's some things you could say that can move all of them to the front today, but this is the way I like them today. So we're going to start with the ewe lamb up front here. I think this is the one that has the most muscle definition as we go from the front of the chine all the way to the rear leg, and I think that's what probably does it for me because there's a very similar to our one here in second. Good handle on this front one. Feet and legs are good, stout. I really like this one. Where I'd like to change this one a little bit, just a little more complete over the top of that hip through the dock. I'd like to drop that flank a little bit more to make her just look that little bit more balanced. I'd also like to change that neck set a little bit so it comes out of the top side of that blade and maybe shorten that blade up just a nickel. Thank you for bringing that one out here. One comes in second. One that comes out here in second, one really impressive over the top of that rack shape. Really fresh handling one. I really like that one from a muscle standpoint up high. The thing that gets me about this one a little bit is she's just a little off balance. We need to get that chest floor up. We need to drop that flank. We need her to complete as well over the top of her dock all the way out through her tail head to make her look a little more complete. But a nice, fresh, thick one that we really like the top shape of that one. So thanks for bringing that one out. Now the blue ewe lamb, this is the one that really intrigued me. This is the one that has the really pretty profile. This is the one that does have that complete all the way back to that dock. This is one that you like the chest floor in it, you like the depth. The thing that we don't like about her, we'd like to freshen her up today, have a little bit better handle. And I know the young lady's fighting this one and doing a really great job, but we'd really like to widen that one out from the base width so it can compete and move up in this class. Congratulations to those exhibitors. Thank you for bringing those out here today. Let's see, give them all purples, eh?
Not to be, this is something I forgot to do.
Sure.
That was an immediate request. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, congratulations. Third place in a purple to Anna Shelley, second place in a purple to Jackson Fisher, and first place in a purple to Leah Sandin. Bringing out our second class, class 2, breeding ewe lambs. We have 2 exhibitors in this class, Chloe Bruce and Paige Shelley. We have all 3 queen candidates today at the sheep show. We have Madison Doyle and Josie McCunn. Yep, they practiced their fair queen candidate wave for us yesterday at the poultry show, and we also have Chloe Bruce, who was crowned our 2023 Montgomery County Fair Queen. Round of applause for all of the candidates. The girls spend a lot of time here at the fair and do a really good job supporting all of the youth and showing up to celebrate with the kids.
All right, I think when we look at these two, we're going to leave them how they stand here. And I think the biggest thing that breaks these two is on the walk. We got one that's pretty free moving up front, keeps that spine together really well on that move. And the young man, not to take anything away from his ewe lamb because it looks pretty good, but when he gets on the walk, it just gets a little bit tight in that spine and doesn't want to free up. And I think that's the biggest thing that breaks these two. But the one here that starts off the class with a highly presented one here that's fit up real nice. Big, bold over that rack shape, and turns a really nice rib. Nice sized hip. I don't think it's the biggest hip one out here. We want to change this one just a little bit. I think we'd like to elevate it just a little bit more, make her a little bit taller and extended to make her look even a little bit better on that profile. But one that handles extremely well. We maybe just like to freshen her up just a touch today, but one that's highly presented and is the easy class winner here today. The one that here comes out here in second, one that obviously has some parts and pieces that we really enjoy about it. Once again, it's really kind of robust and shapely, but we'd like to get a little bit plainer over that forerib. We'd like to give it just a little bit stouter hipped and to make it move up any further. Once again, we'd like to just loosen up that spine just a little bit on that walk. The young man's doing a great job. Congratulations to him. Give these guys a round of applause.
Congratulations, second place in a purple to Paige Shelley, and first place and a purple to Chloe Bruce. We'll now bring out We'll go ahead and bring out our first and second place from both of our classes. In class 1, second place Jackson Fisher, first place Leah Sandin, and in class 2, first place Chloe Bruce, second place Paige Shelley. Bring your lambs out for selection of champion breeding ewe, reserve champion breeding ewe. Since we had no Rams classes this year, that will also be selection of our grand champion breeding lamb and reserve champion breeding lamb. I'd like to thank our sponsors. We have several sponsors on the front side of your program, and each of the sponsors is responsible for making sure that the kids are awarded either some sort of trophy, plaque, banner, and again, we appreciate all of our sponsors. Our champion breeding ewe will receive a sponsor awarded by Hy-Vee, and our grand champion breeding lamb will receive an award sponsored by KCSI. We will hold pictures to the end since this is a smaller show. We will hold all pictures till the end. So again, if you're here and sponsored an award, please make sure you make your way to the picture area at the end of the show so that you can be photographed with your exhibitor. And thank you again for your sponsorship.
As we look at the drive here, we've got some really nice sheep out here to look at, really good profiling ones, one that, I'd be more than happy to take home and put them in our own flock that would be productive and give us some parts and pieces. Ones that have muscle, they have look, they have balance. Ones that can get around the ring, they hold themselves together well when they're on the move. I'll get out here, I'll select your champion, I'll follow that up, take a look at the second in class, and get you a reserve.
Congratulations to Chloe Bruce, receiving Champion Breeding Ewe, Grand Champion Breeding Lamb. I'm not sure if her lamb's going to get a crown like she did, but we'll see. Congratulations to Leah Sandin, receiving Reserve Champion Breeding Ewe and Champion Breeding Lamb. We'll take about a 5-minute break, just a quick little 5-minute break, because most of these kids showed in this class, and then we'll start our purchased market lambs. We have 3 classes of purchased market lambs. If you need to take your breeding lambs back, feel free, exhibitors. We'll take about a 5-minute break. After our break, we will start with our home-raised market lambs. All right, we will move on to our first and class of home-raised market lambs. We have one class of home-raised market lambs and one exhibitor, Jackson Fisher.
Give this exhibitor a nice round of applause here. We'll give him a purple too. I commend him. You talked to him just a little bit there in the ring. This is a home-raised sheep. He raised it himself. He's got 20 ewes at home. I can really appreciate that myself as an FFA member over 20 years ago. That's how I started too. I started with 10 ewes, and the next year I bought 10 more. And I commend this guy for getting out there, this exhibitor getting out there and raising his own sheep. You know, and when we talk about this sheep itself, it's got plenty of muscle up high, good rack shape. I think you can see the muscle definition down there in that lower leg. I'd really like to maybe freshen up that loin area so it ties together a little bit more. Give him a little more angle to that back leg just so we can get that a little more, not as steep out of that hip. Drop that flank a little bit. You know, obviously we want to raise that chest up, make it a little bit taller fronted. But one that this young man's on the right path. He's making some quality ones. And I hope he stays with it. And I just talking to all exhibitors real quick, if this is something you have a passion for, showing sheep, and you want a chance to raise them, do it. Go out there and do it. Find ways for it to happen. There are lots of sheep producers around that are willing to help you to get your feet wet and get in the game if you want to get into it. And it's something that we do as a family, and we sure enjoy it. So I commend this guy for bringing this one out here. Thanks for bringing him out. You're doing a great job.
Congratulations, Jackson Fisher, receiving a purple and champion home-raised market lamb. We'll now bring out our Class 1 purchased market lambs. We have, well, we'll give Jackson a break. He does have two sheep in this class, so he has purchased 2 market purchased lambs. Show Class 1, Jackson Fisher, 2 lambs.
This way, this way, this way. Young man brings us two sheep out here in this group, both ewes. And I think the reason why we start the one up front is just pure mass and the amount of muscle that this ewe has in comparison to its counterpart in 2. Definitely wider from the blade all the way back through that back hip. Plenty of muscle and muscle shape. We'd probably like to give this one just a little more rib and turn to its rib. One that is okay here on a balance standpoint and on the move keeps that spine together rather well. The one here in second, we just need to power this one up, right? I think this one may be just a nickel longer in its body shape, but we just need to give that one, it gets a little coarser over that shoulder, breaks in that spine just a little bit. We just like to kind of mass that one up for it to compete any higher today. Congratulations to those exhibitors. Thanks for bringing them out today. Yeah, I'd say top 2 are always going to be that.
I just need Jackson. What's yours, buddy? 'Cause yours was first.
That's number 1.
I know. That's the one I need.
This one here. This is 1 and this is 2.
So 1, 2. Gotcha.
Congratulations, Jackson receiving purples on both of those. Sheep 106, first place. Sheep 107, second place. We'll bring our second class of purchase market lambs out to the ring. Chloe Bruce, Jackson Fisher, Paige Shelley, Anna Shelley. Pace with 2 lambs in this class.
Well, the classes are getting more challenging just the way it should be in a show. We've got some different types and kinds out here. I think the top two is a really close pair. I guess I began the class with our class winner up here, one that's just highly presented, one that's a little more easier on the eyes to look at, one that's got plenty of muscle up top, it's got plenty of definition, one that just kind of puts it together a little bit more than the one in second. Plenty of rib shape on this guy. I really kind of liked him. He kind of wows you as he walks around the ring. Really good presence. The guy here in second, this is the muscle piece, okay? Front, you want to talk about the heaviest muscle one in the class, that's your guy, okay? We just like to kind of neaten him up just a little bit, maybe make him just a little bit taller to the point of his shoulder. He's got an obnoxiously big hip in this one, and it's one that you can't get around. We'd like to just tie him together a little bit more from that loin to that hip junction. But one that's got plenty of loin there. He's there today. He's looking especially good there. It's just we'd like to tie him together. He just gets a little bit piecey as we look up there through that heart girth and then we look over that loin edges. If we could just put him together just a little bit more, I think he wins the class. He's just a heavy muscled one. We'd just like to tie him together just a little bit more. But a great project, great job by that young man. You that comes here in third, take nothing away. This is a good one for this young man, okay? I really appreciate this one a lot. She's feeling excellent today. She handles well. She's fresh. She presents really well. She just ran into 2 freight trains at the beginning of this class that she couldn't get around. She just needs to have a little more mass in order to compare to those top 2. If we're going to get critical on her, obviously we'd like to drop that flank a little bit, kind of correct her in her angle of her hip so that she's a little more complete out through that dock. But one that I really like in this class, once again, it's just tough to get past those first 2, but thank you for bringing her out. Then we get one here, this weather here, definitely one that has been a great project here for this young lady, one that's got plenty of top shape. We just like to give her maybe just a little more rib on this one, harden that one up a little bit so it's a little bit more crisper to the touch, but definitely one that has reached its end point and looks market ready. And then we got one here, a nice cut silhouette one here on this blue weather. We just need to give him some more mass, pull him apart from the front to rear to move up any further in this class. Thanks for bringing him out.
Right, receiving blue, Pace Shelley, receiving another blue, and fourth, Anna Shelley, receiving, sorry, the wind's blowing my paper away, receiving third in a purple, Jackson Fisher, second in a purple, Pace Shelley, and first in that class, Chloe Bruce with the purple. Congratulations again to all of you. We'll now bring out our class 3, two purchase market lambs in this class, Leah Sandin exhibiting both.
It is, I just say bring out the first, I guess. Then they can bring out the second one, that's fine.
Jackson, Chloe, and then Canadian. So
I'm just going to leave them here as they stand. We start with the one here that's a little bit more highly presented. One that when it gets propped up looks really well, ties together really well, big rack, big hip, one that you can appreciate, gets around the ring pretty well and has a nice deep twist on it. The one here that comes in second, maybe just a little bit plainer looking. When the young lady gets him propped up, actually looks pretty tall fronted and paints a nice silhouette, but one that just isn't quite as pulled apart as we progress back through the back end of this one. Just not quite highly as presented in that factor as well, and maybe not quite as fresh handling today.
Leah Sandin receiving 2 purples. We'll keep Leah's out here. Leah's first place. And we will bring out Jackson, first place in Class 1, and Chloe Bruce, first place in Class 2.
What number is that one?
Our judge will now select our champion purchase market lamb, reserve champion purchase market lamb, and the selection of that will also result in our grand champion market lamb and reserve grand champion market lamb.
Wait a minute. For these two, it's these. But for grand champion and reserve, do we have to bring out Jackson's home race? So not this one, this class right now, but then after this is selected, Jackson's home, I think so. I'm gonna ask. Hey, I know you're, I'm sorry, I know you're, okay. No. What I'm wondering about is, so he got champion highest, but then, and then he has to come back out for the overall. Right. Okay. I just, as soon as I talk.
Correction, the announcer hasn't had enough coffee, I guess. This is selection of our our champion purchase market and our reserve champion market. Once these champion and reserve are picked, we will bring back out our champion home raised to be in the competition for grand champion market and reserve grand champion market. Again, my apologies. Again, winner of our first class, Jackson Fisher. Winner of our second class, Chloe Bruce. Winner of our third class, Leah Sandin. Judge selecting champion purchase market lamb, reserve champion purchase market lamb. Our champion purchase market lamb will receive a trophy sponsored by the Red Oak Express.
talk through these three just real quick. The young man who's been out here a ton today brings us a ewe lamb that you really like. The top, when you get on top of this one, in behind that blade, really solid rack. Awesome full loin in that female. Once again, maybe from a side profile standpoint, we'd like to correct that one a little bit. Get that chest a little more elevated to make that one look just a little bit neater and move that neck set back in that one just to make it look a little bit neater and cleaner from a profile standpoint. But on the move, that one stays pretty tall fronted and actually gets around the ring with a lot of ease. We get to the one here in a second that's a highly presented one that's out here. Once again, maybe this one, we could change that neck set a little bit in that one, but one that's a little bit taller, a little bit shallower chested, one that kind of runs uphill. But when you get your hands on it, maybe just not quite as fresh to the touch, especially in that loin area. We'd probably like to change that about that one, but one that has the looks and presence as you look at that one from the side profile. The one here that came out of that third class, this is a heavy muscled one that is fresh over that rack, huge loin, works into a nice leg. Is it the one that looks the best on a side profile? We'd like to keep that top loin together just a little bit more as we get on the walk, but one that is not overdone yet, one that is still fresh to the touch, one that doesn't have too much back fat on it yet, what you really can appreciate, because that's going to be a high cutability lamb. I'm going to go out there, I'm going to give them one more look, and then get you a grand in a reserve.
Reserve Grand Champion Market Lamb. Jackson Fisher was champion home-raised market lamb. Leah Sandin awarded champion purchased market lamb. Chloe Bruce awarded reserve champion purchased market lamb. Again, final selection of our grand champion, overall grand champion market lamb and overall reserve grand champion market lamb.
So we just got done talking about those last two. I just want to get a little bit of props to the young man once again for raising his own weather here. One that you can appreciate the amount of muscle and top shape this one has. We'd just like to change that one just a little bit from a side profile standpoint in order to probably to compete with these other two that are out here. But your champion will be the purchase sheep here and follow up reserve with the young lady after the last class as well.
Okay, again,
Congratulations, Leah Sandin, overall Grand Champion Market Lamb, and Chloe Bruce with Reserve Grand Champion Market Lamb. I think we need to give these sheep exhibitors a huge round of applause. They do, if you've ever shown sheep or your kids have ever shown sheep, you know that it takes work every single day, and there might be not a lot of exhibitors and not a lot of sheep, but it still takes the same amount of work. So that's awesome, kids. Keep going. We'll move into showmanship. We'll start with our senior showman. Senior showman to the ring, please. And again, thank you to Don Nippert and his ring assistant, Alec Thomas, today. Our superintendents, Tanner Allensworth and Don Nippert. And our judge, Ben Booth from Manning, Iowa. Again, Ben was here last year, and we really appreciate these judges coming down and giving full explanations to the kids about how they can continue to learn and grow. Sleeping on the job.
Okay, hi, I'm Chloe Bruce. I'm about to be a senior at Red Oak High School. I'm a part of the Senate Panthers 4-H Club, and right now I'm showing under Red Oak FFA. My parents are Scott and Jennifer Bruce. I'd like to give a big shout out to all these showmen, especially in this show right now. We're low in numbers, but we're mighty, so. And then I'd like to give a big shout out to my parents and my family, my fan club up there. They're all here supporting me from Colorado, from the other side of Iowa. So I really appreciate them here for the week. I love showing animals, as you can tell, and Montgomery County is really special to me, so thank you.
You say your name, where you're from, your parents, anybody you want to thank. Okay.
I'm Leah Sandin, showing with Stanton FFA. I'm going to be a senior at Stanton High School, and I want to give a shout out to my family and friends for always helping me and supporting me.
See, I always like to do that with senior showmen. You never know if this is their last time they're going to show or not. And I don't think we take enough time to thank those that help us, because these animals don't get here on their own, and these showmen know that. And so I want to say thank you to the parents as well for letting these exhibitors be involved in 4-H and FFA. I'm a firm believer that being in these programs in 4-H and FFA makes them better adults, makes them better citizens, and they're productive people, okay? I'm a 4-H club leader, so I totally get it. And I know the week coming up to fair is a lot of fun. So make sure you're getting your kids involved. and get involved in 4-H and FFA. If you're thinking about doing it, do it. You'll never regret it. From a showmanship aspect, these kids have been out here. We've been able to see them today and what they can do. Showmanship is not won here in the ring. It's won at home in the barn, okay? You have to work with them all the time. It's a constant battle. I tell my own kids at home, and we were talking about it earlier, that you got to get up at 6. You got to get out there. You got to work them, every single one of them. You can't have a day off. You got to be out there. You got to hand feed them. You got to be there with them morning and night, so you understand how those lambs work and how they function. And as a senior showman, it's your responsibility to talk to these younger exhibitors, okay? Tell them how to do things, okay? If they have questions, tell them how you do those things so they can make them better, right? That's our job and responsibility as 4-H and FFA members, to make the future better. And that begins with working with other exhibitors, okay? So I'm going to go out there. They've already shown here today. I'll show you who I like for the champion, senior, and reserve champion, okay?
Congratulations, Chloe Bruce, winning champion senior showman. We'll now bring out our junior intermediate showman. We have 3 exhibitors. Oh, I lied. We're going to do right again. Sorry, Sadie. Fire me, right?
Okay, I just have it numbered. And then there's this one.
Okay, so I just said first one. Okay, so we usually it's 10. Okay. All right, bear with me. There's a little bit of page flipping. 10th place for Rate of Gain, Chloe Bruce. 9th place for Rate of Gain, Jackson Fisher. 8th place, Jackson Fisher. 7th place, Pace Shelley. 6th place, Jackson Fisher. 5th place, Leah Sandin. 4th place, Pace Shelley. 3rd place, Anna Shelley. And 1st place, Jackson Fisher. Congratulations.
My weather? Yes. Your mom has them. It was super hard to read.
I missed 2nd place. We'll announce it in a second. Leah Sandin. All right, now we will bring out our junior intermediate showmen, Anna Shelley, Paige Shelley, and Jackson Fisher. If you're just joining us, we are on our last class being judged for the 2023 Montgomery County Sheep Show. We are in our selection of champion junior intermediate showmen. After that, we will bring out our champion senior showman for selection of overall. Again, if you sponsored an award for us, please make sure you make your way to the photo area after the show so that you can get your picture with your exhibitor and the award you sponsored.
All right. So I was just talking to all the exhibitors out there real quick. They've done a whale of a job today. They keep having to come in and out of the ring. That's what happens when you have a smaller show, not as many sheep, but you still got showmen that have a lot of sheep here. And so it seems like you're in the ring all the time. You're constantly battling. It's a workout. I know that. That's one of the things that happens. You're out here just working like crazy, and by the end of it, you're dog tired. So I just talked to each one of them real quick. I talked to them about things that they're doing well, some things that they could change a little bit, and to try to get better at this thing. And I told them, keep coming back, okay? We need more exhibitors. We need more sheep here, and you guys are the ones that kind of drive that thing. I've noticed even at some other fairs, they start grabbing friends, and they start showing sheep, you know? So that's how it all begins, sharing that passion with others. Before I get out of here for the sheep show today, I just wanted to thank obviously the Extension Office for having me come down, the Extension Council, the Fair Board, everybody that puts this on, FFA advisors, 4-H club leaders, everybody that makes this fair go. Thank you for having me come down here. It's been an excellent morning. It's been a lot of fun to look at a lot of great sheep and work with amazing exhibitors. So why don't you give these kids a round of applause? I'll get your showman.
Congratulations to Jackson Fisher, intermediate junior showman. Congratulations to Anna and Paige Shelley for coming out here. Again, showmanship's one of the harder things to do if you haven't done it. We'll keep Jackson out here, bring Chloe back out from our senior class, and select our overall. Nice work, everybody. All right, now our judge is in selection of our overall grand champion showman.
These guys have been out here a lot today. I've got to see them all over the place. I've talked to both of them, and they're both doing some great things. You can tell that both of these work with these lambs at home. Okay, we mentioned that before. You know, the work starts in the barn. Okay, you don't win, you don't lose here unless you work in the barn, right? The winning happens at home. So these guys have been doing an excellent job. There's just some small, subtle little things to change between the two of them. But two showmen that have been doing a great job all day long.
Congratulations, Chloe Bruce, overall champion showman. And again, round of applause for Ben Booth from Manning, Iowa, our judge today. Thank you to our superintendents, all of our ring helpers, our volunteers, the Extension Office. We hope to see you at the Goat Show at noon, same place, right here in the arena.